What follows is a brief construction montage.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday, May the 29th. I'm at my friend Housten's house. He's got a lot of tile sitting here. It's actually sitting right there. It looks like it's been sitting there for a minute. And I'm gonna install it in his bathroom floor. Everybody always asks, what do you do for work? What do you do for work? This is what I do for work. Let me show you. I know, you're probably like, why would you need an air compressor to lay tile? Well, I actually shoot my concrete board down with a roofing nailer. And if anyone wants to get in the comments and be like, oh, you should, whatever, let me tell you something. I've had to tear my own stuff out before, and it was impossible to get it out. What we had to do was cut the damn subfloor out with it, because I'm bonded so well to the subfloor that if you ever have to rip it out, you gotta rip subfloor out too. So before anybody gets on to me about my process or whatever, nah. Dogs are going nuts too. You hear me out there? Here's what we're starting with. See how the floors are coming apart there? We're going to tile it for them. Okay. Out of these blinds where it's on. What's up? I'm currently deconstructing your house.
Let me get this shit out of here. Hey, you just throw everything out here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Pretty good. How you been?
Not bad.
Let me get all that shit too.
If you don't mind.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll get you to help me set that out. I'm gonna take the door off.
Hey, we getting busy now, boy.
Hey man, I don't play. I quit school because of recess.
That's why I wanted you to do it, man, because I know you're fucking good and you'll get the shit done.
You got a hammer handy? I figured you would have one. By the way, I said hey to you too.
What's up, you two?
Now you should do it. Got a bowl that I can empty this P-trap into, so we don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's good.
that one. That one. We got the toilet and the vanity pulled, and then when we pulled the first layer of floor up, we found another layer. And there was a leak around the toilet, which she's pretty solid. It doesn't feel weak and compromised. Just got to make sure that when the toilet goes back down the next time that there is no leak with it. It's now Thursday, May the 30th. We didn't get very far because it took us so long to pick this up yesterday that it kind of killed us. We did get it all tore out. I'll show you that in a second, but I've got my first sheet drawn out right here. There's the cutoff point, toilet hole, the vent register, and a little notch around the trim. Got that already marked. Now I've got to go vacuum the floor, scrape the floor again, and make sure she's good and prepped and ready to go. Then I will mix up some thin set, cut that, actually I'll cut that sheet, mix some thin set, bring the thin set in, and go to town here. So that area around the toilet where it's black obviously has had a leak. It still feels solid. I think I pointed that out yesterday. So we've sprayed bleach on it to kill what mold or mildew would be there. And now we're going to encapsulate it in concrete board and make sure that the next wax ring does not leak the way that that one did. So let's get to work. Takes a lot more prep than you would think. At least if you want to do it right and get it flat. I'm using 2 pieces of tile for my height gauge because I'm putting 1/4-inch board in, using a 3/8 trowel up under, 3/8 trowel above, and then 3/8 tile here. So this is probably actually going to be, it's probably going to need to be trimmed again, but I'm going to start here. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's go get the other tool. This is why it takes so long to do this stuff. And that could be problems with material, that could be problems with tools. You know, it could be all kinds of things. But either way, like, this is the reason why it takes so much longer than what we anticipate, because the work itself, usually, it's pretty quick. But when you have to go do things like, now I have to go dig out a new tool, or if you had to go like all the way to, you know, Home Depot or something to buy a new tool, it explains it. Now let me dig this thing out. I almost never get this lucky, but it's right here. She's prepped. I'm officially bleeding. Got a little scant place on my knee there. I don't think, I was just thinking about this while I was vacuuming, I realized I was bleeding. I don't think I've done a job in the past ever. Well, I don't think I've ever done a job that I didn't bleed on at some point in time. So when people are like, how do you make such good money? Dude, I bleed for it. Like, no joke. Let's go cut some concrete board. So the reason for the mud under the concrete board is not for bonding, it is more for just leveling and making sure that whenever you lay this sheet down that there's no air pockets up under the tile as you just use it over the years. So I'll lay this in place, hopefully my cuts fit. Whew, I'm a little off right here, but I'll fill it with mud. Well, a little off, I was way off. But like I said, I'll fill that with mud. I'm gonna rinse buckets and probably get a layout before I even mix more mud, because once I mix more mud, I want to be able to run with it, because it does look like the stuff's drying pretty quick. So to get my layout in here, what I'm going to do is I've decided I'm going to run it this way, because the customer didn't care. Housten, his wife, both, they didn't care which way it ran. So if we run it this way, it's less cuts for me. If we run it this way, it's, you know, cut, 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 cut. You know what I mean? So, running it this direction. Oh, there's a nail sticking up right here. Thought I knocked all those down. You keep finding them as you're crawling around in the floor. You find more and more. All right, so what I do? Measure my width right here. All right, which is 50 1/4. So half of that, 25 1/8. I'll shift the floor that way about that much. Right off with this one. And that's my layout. I had to wait on the memory card to dump because I'd already filled up a memory card. And while I was waiting, I went ahead and cut a bunch of starter pieces that stair step randomly. And then I've got a whole piece that I've already marked the first vent cut out. And then the second piece will be this size right here. And then a whole one coming off of there. There we go. There's half of it. All right, let's go wash the bucket out.
The following day.
$12.42. I did it in just over 30 minutes. It's kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting that portion to be fast, even though the rest of it was not. She is done. At least my part of it is done. Now Housten has to put everything back together. That was the deal we made. I will, like if you are watching this and you're in my hometown area and you want me to do some work for you, I will completely finish a bathroom for you, turnkey done. Granted, told you he was wanting to save some money, so this is the route that we went. So he is responsible for putting the vanity back, putting the toilet back, retrimming it.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.